Okay, so I have been very frustrated, like many people, with the mainstream corporate establishment media. And I want to talk about where my frustrations kind of lie, not only because they're beholden to corporate interests and establishment interests, but there's specific people that I have an issue with because I feel like they're compromised. If they cannot admit to fact, I feel like they're compromised. It's not a matter of an opinion, it's a fact. So, this is Larry Ellison. Larry Ellison is a key figure in the recent acquisition of a majority stake in Paramount Global, which is controlled by his son's company, Skydance Media. Although David Ellison led the deal, Larry Ellison is a majority shareholder of the parent company, National Amusements, Inc. So now, Larry Ellison, he owns Paramount Skydance. He has a majority shareholder. So, majority share. So, he now owns CBS, and he is completely and 100% beholden to Israel. He's a humongous Zionist, and now he owns Paramount. Now he owns CBS. So, to say that this motherfucker is a compromised messenger is like, duh. Like, it's such a, like, it's such an obvious fucking statement to say that, because this motherfucker is compromised. Like, he is a genocide supporter. He's a Zionist. He is racist. He's an Islamophobe. He's a piece of fucking shit. And like, these people are who are leading the media. Like, so CBS, now he owns CBS. CBS buys commentary website The Fascist Press, installs founder Barry Weiss, who is another extreme Zionist. The Free Press, it was, nothing about it was free. It was bought out by every single fucking Israel lobby there was. But she is just a huge Zionist. She's a liar. She's not a good fucking, she started this shitty fucking website that would peddle out misinformation, propaganda, and bullshit. And she got rewarded for that as the CBS News editor-in-chief, which is ridiculous. Like, it's a newly created position also. And it's fucking ridiculous because this bitch has no experience in TV. Like, this is, and now she's in charge because she's a Zionist mouthpiece. Paramount said Monday that it has bought the commentary website The Free Press and installed its founder Barry Weiss as the editor-in-chief of CBS, a newly created position. The announcement, while anticipated, is a bold move for the venerable new television news network, initiated by new corporate leader David Ellison. That's Larry Ellison's son. Weiss's experience is in print journalism, particularly in commentary. So she has no experience in TV. But now she's the editor-in-chief of CBS, which makes no sense. I'm confident her entrepreneurial drive and editorial vision will invigorate CBS News, Ellison said. Bullshit. You want a fucking Zionist Israel mouthpiece to be at the fucking head of CBS, and that's what you want. Like, that's what you got. And of course, like, it's not, we can sit here and I'm going to, like, attack liberal, centrist, establishment, corporate media, as much as I can. But I will also do so on the right, because Fox, they're completely beholden to Donald Trump. They have been sued for almost $1 billion for lying. Like, they get up and say the most egregious things and, like, just fucking cuck themselves to fucking fascist fucking diapers every single fucking day. Say egregious fucking shit. Like, you cannot trust. These are entire fucking outlets, like entire news networks that you can't trust because these people are compromised. That's not supposed to happen. That sounds like state media. Like, I'm pretty sure that's like what everybody criticizes Putin for. Like, what is this? The fucking Kremlin? Like, this pisses me off. Okay, I don't even think she's like, I don't think she's a bad journalist, but like, let's just read. Wallace served as the White House communications director during the second term of the presidency of George W. Bush. Are you fucking kidding me? Ew. That's when he was, like, that's prime Iraq War. Like, that is crazy. And, like, you're gonna come out and say that the war in Ukraine is wrong. The war, like what's happening in Venezuela, is wrong. You were the mouthpiece for George Bush. You're compromised. You shouldn't be hosting a show on a liberal network. Hello? And I am so tired of everybody, like, so many of these people are like, Republican before 2021, Republican before 2020. Fuck you. Fuck you. You only had a problem with conservatism when Donald Trump got in charge. I have an issue with that. Because the Republicans have been doing fuck shit in this country for decades. It's not just because a fucking megalomaniac narcissist got in power now. Like, fuck you. For George Bush? George Bush? And as a communications director for his 2004 re-election campaign. Wallace also served as a senior advisor for John McCain's 2008 presidential campaign. How are you not how do people not view you as compromised? Like, what the fuck? How are you supposed to report the news? You can't even accurately assess things that happened back then. Like, is she gonna come out and say, "Oh wow, this is just like my former boss did in Iraq, lying about shit and just bombing people"? Now that Venezuela is being fucking bombed all the time? Probably not, because she was advocating for it. She was the communications director for him. All right, next. George Stephanopoulos was just fucking sued by fucking Trump along with ABC, who he works for, and they gave in and just like paid the settlement, and instead of just actually like standing up for themselves, and they bent the knee to a fascist authoritarian regime. George Stephanopoulos was a blah, blah, blah. He rose to early prominence as a communications director for the 1992 presidential campaign of Bill Clinton. In the Epstein files, Bill Clinton. Don't ask, don't tell, Bill Clinton. Fucked a 22-year-old. Got his dick sucked by a 22-year-old that worked for him as the most powerful man in the country. Bill Clinton. And subsequently became the White House communications director. He was later senior advisor for policy and strategy. How do you trust these people? Like, is he going to come out and say that preceded by Rahm Emanuel? Oh, Jesus Christ. Gag me with a spoon. Jesus fuck. You guys, how are these people not viewed as compromised? You worked for a president that got impeached successfully. Like, okay, next. Jen Psaki. I find Jen Psaki to be one of the better ones. But regardless, there's still so many things. Like, the other day she was on I've Had It, and she was asked a question about Joe Biden. She started to, I have a deep love and respect for Joe Biden. Bitch, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. I'm so tired of the Biden glazers. Like, what is going on? The motherfucker was almost in the grave, demented by the end of his term, and he thought he could run again. If you don't think that was, if you can't come out and say Biden was senile. There's no reason in hell that he should have ran for re-election. If you can't come out and say that, if you can't come out and say that Joe Biden is a genocide supporter, Joe Biden funded a genocide, then you are a compromised messenger. I don't understand this. Like, how is anybody supposed to trust you when you can't come out and say fact? Like, the death of journalism needs to be studied because this is not okay. You are not unbiased. You are not like, reporting is supposed to be unbiased. This is not unbiased. Because you are beholden to somebody else, a former president, two former presidents, a political advisor who served under both the Obama and the Biden administrations. So if you can't come out and say Obama committed war crimes in the Middle East, he broke the record for the amount of drone strikes. He was a record-breaking drone. Mind you, Donald Trump increased drone strikes by 431%. So he's not better. And it didn't get better. But at the same time, if you can't come out and say that, those are war crimes. If you can't come out and say that Joe Biden is a genocide supporter who never should have said he was going to run for re-election, that's ridiculous. Then you are compromised. You're beholden to past presidents. Like, you... All right, Simone Sanders Townsend. I don't have much against her either because she was for the Bernie Sanders. She was a national press secretary for Bernie Sanders, so I'm sure like we would agree on a few more things. But after Biden won the election in 2020, she was named chief spokesperson and senior advisor for Vice President Kamala Harris. So I'm not very familiar with her show. I'm pretty sure she works for... Oh no, she has the weeknight. So she usually has there's a panel. There's a group of them. I don't really watch that show. I'm not sure what they say, but I'm sure that she probably toes the line of respect and is probably a little bit beholden to her former boss, Kamala Harris, and ipso facto, Joe Biden. So I'm just so frustrated. Like, it's... Okay. And it's not just the mainstream media. It's not. Because even these motherfuckers have infiltrated independent media. Now they're... Anyways. So, this is Pod Save America. They're fucking annoying. They say they're progressive talk radio. Okay. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. These are like liberal, centrist, progressive. Maybe that's what like Wikipedia is calling them. Progressive. Americans need to they're not progressive at all. Like, what? Anyways, they're centrist liberals. Anyways. Hosted by a rotating cast of former Barack Obama staffers, John Favreau, Tommy Vader, John Lovett, and Dan Pfeiffer. So, hosted by a rotating cast of former Barack Obama staffers. The war criminal. The war criminal. I don't understand how people watch these people and just take them at I don't... You guys have so much disdain for government and establishment, but then so many people will look to the people that were a part of those establishments and governments to get their fucking opinion on the news. Oh my God. This one pisses me off. He pisses me the fuck off. This is Tim Miller. And up until okay, let's start with he was communications director for the Jeb Bush Jeb Bush 2016 presidential campaign, but that year became an earlier and prominent Republican critic of Donald Trump. Tim Miller, this is another one, before 2020, before 2021, they were Republican. So now he was a Republican RNC spokesman. He was an RNC spokesman. And the part that the reason that I'm pissed is because he's an openly proud gay man married to a man with a child. But is conservative. Hey, stop it. But is conservative. Was Republican for what, like 38 years of his life, even though he was out and gay. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. All of these fucking gay men are, so many of them, Scott Bessent, fucking, like, this motherfucker. Even the liberals, like, even in independent media spaces, like, Luke Beasley is gay, Tim Miller, like, even Anderson Cooper. There's a lot of people, and gay men especially, in the political commentary space who look like me with my complexion, who benefit from the movements that got them rights, who benefit from the movements that gained queer people respect, but they do not fight for them. Queer liberation is not rooted in centrist liberalism. It's not. And if you are a centrist liberal as a queer person, you don't know your history. And I think you're a dumbass. And if you're a Republican, you're fucking ridiculously stupid. You were part of the part in 2016. Back then, when they were trying, like, in 2016 was the year that gay marriage was ratified legally. Like and who voted against it? It only got passed because the Democrats had a majority of the House. And who was against it? The Republican Party.